I actually joined AmeriCorps right after college, and so I wanted to get back down to the Gulf, and this was my ticket to do it, and so I joined AmeriCorps, and that's what I did. After Katrina, I was in college, and I had gone down to do what they call gutting, which was going to the homes that were flooded and hadn't been, and people had left. They were living in the FEMA trailers outside, and they wouldn't be able to go back home because it was just a mess. And so they would have teams of people going down to gut, and that's removing everything in the home, furniture, clothes, and then removing everything to the studs, which is taking down drywall, just literally just down to the studs of the house. When I went down there, we had actually did a project called 100 Homes in 100 Days. So I was in this area called Pascagoula, Mississippi, which is this little kind of backwater town, and the goal was to do 100 homes in 100 days. And these are homes that, it wasn't from ground up, it was to the homes that had been gutted and needed to be rebuilt from the studs up. And so it was handing over the keys and, everything, putting the walls back up, cabinets, and doing 100 homes. The government wasn't there. That was abundantly clear. The only people down there, and I say a lot for religious organizations who do a lot of volunteering. A lot of the Baptist volunteers, a lot of the religious organizations were down there doing all the groundwork. And from what I experienced from then, even into 2008 and up to 2013, it was all just volunteers down there. Going down for a week, going down for 2 months, a year. The people down there really appreciated it because the government wasn't helping them, and some people were doing some heavily scamming of those people, which made me so sad that they would say that they're going to come in and fix your home and rebuild it, and they would give them money, like 60 grand or whatever their life savings was. They'd take it and run. That happened to a lot of people, and so some people were worried about hiring others to come and work on their homes. So when they saw us come down there, I thought, they were really appreciative. Like I said, they were the ones cooking for us and doing crawfish boils and things like that. And I became very jaded about the government down there, that's for sure, which is sad because I didn't want to be. I think some people get confused about what happened in New Orleans particularly, because that's all the news was about, New Orleans. The reasons why New Orleans was hit so hard is because the levees failed. It wasn't because of the hurricane. Well, it was because of the hurricanes, because the levees broke. If you go to other places along I-10, which is the major highway that runs along the Gulf, all that damage was from the hurricane. And so a lot of the issues down in New Orleans was specific areas that the levees broke, like the 9th Ward, that major levee is what broke, and so the 9th Ward got flooded. St. Bernard's Parish, also that levee got flooded. And so those are the majorly damaged areas. If you go to the parts of New Orleans like the French Quarter or the Garden District, these are very affluent neighborhoods, college towns. They weren't hit as hard. The levees on the major streets held. But you have all these poor neighborhoods like the 9th Ward, which is well known for being for low-income people in that area. Oh my God, that was a hellhole. I mean, houses completely washed away. I remember these homes just being all along the streets. They were gone. I mean, there's no bringing those back. I mean, no matter how much you want to, they're still gone to this day. If you can go down there for a week or for a day, it's worth it. You're doing something. You hear a lot of people talk about how volunteers just go down there because they want to get an Instagram picture and show, well, I'm saving the world. Who cares if you're going down there wanting to take Instagram pictures? You're still also working, and you're still helping people who need it. And that's what I tell people. I think so highly of volunteers. It's difficult to go down there and want to give your time, and a lot of times to be a volunteer, especially going to the Gulf, you got to pay your way to go down there. Pay for your flight, pay for a place to stay, pay for your food. It comes out of your own pocket to help. And especially if you're in college, that's a whole lot of money to spend, and that was what these kids were doing. And so I think volunteering is one of the most noble things to do, even if you want to do it for selfish reasons.